everybody, my name is Jen and welcome to my brand new channel, See Jen Run. I just wanted to give you a little, first of all, welcome and a little bit about myself. I do have to make a small disclaimer, however, I don't usually sound like this. I've got a little bit of laryngitis going on right now just because I am new to the state of Tennessee, and apparently Tennessee allergies are a real thing. And I've also been battling a little bit of a head cold at the same time, I think. So I just sound a little, I don't know, scratchy today, but I'm fine. And I am so happy to be welcoming you to my new channel. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, tell you my history and where I've come from, and hoping that you will invest in following along with me, following my journey. Really, the big reason I'm doing this is because I want you guys to help hold me accountable. This is a huge endeavor for me, training for a half marathon. It's not something I ever thought I would do. If 12-year-old me had said, hey, guess what, self? You're going to be training for a half marathon at the age of 49, I would not have believed it, because when I was growing up, I really didn't even like being outside. I was a hermit. I was a bookworm, and the only time you would see me outside is if I could take my book with me and sit and read outside. My parents were constantly telling me, go outside, go outside. I grew up on a farm, and they couldn't understand why I didn't want to be outside and why I wanted to be inside with my books. And my dog Gus is down here. He's trying to he's trying to welcome you all to the channel too. So when I was growing up, my physical activity was ballet. I was in ballet for about 14 years as a kid, and I was in show choir and marching band, if you can count that. So I tried track when I was in junior high, and I loved sprinting. I didn't like anything else. Distance running, a mile was way too much for me. I could not handle a mile. And through the course of my life, I've tried running over and over again, and it lasts for about a month, and then I get tired of it because I'm not seeing progress, and I get frustrated and I quit. Part of my big frustration from running comes from the fact that I don't think I knew how to breathe, and probably part of that was panic setting in. I had a lot of panic moments because when you're not breathing right, and a lot of you may have experienced this yourselves, when you're not breathing right, you're gonna see spots or have some tunnel vision, or things will start to go dark. And I always got scared when that happened. Since then, I've gotten a lot better control of my breathing, and some of my videos will highlight what I do to help my own breathing. Some of it's mental, some of it's physical. And, you know, my journey is not going to look the same as anybody else's journey. But over the course of the years, like I said, I've tried running. It lasts about a month. I'll go out and I'll buy new running shoes. I mean, what's more fun than buying some spicy new running shoes, right? And I've gone and I've gotten fitted. So like, fit hasn't been the problem. It's just been me. I've been the problem. And now all of a sudden, I'm not the problem anymore. I've figured it out, at least partially, at least enough to get me to this point. Now, I do have two kids, and they are 19 and 22. And so both of them, when they were in middle school, I made both of them try cross country. And I loved cross country meets because there's something about the distance running and the trail running aspect of it. I just loved it. Their message was, you're not competing against anybody else necessarily. You're competing against yourself. You're always trying to better yourself and do better than you did the time before. And I loved going to their meets and running from point to point to point to be able to cheer them on and just say, hey, this is awesome. And Also, I should say I'm a teacher, and so I was teaching in the same school district. A lot of the kids I was cheering on that were my kids' peers, I had had in school. And so I was a former teacher. And so it was so much fun for me to be able to cheer on not only my own kids, but my prior students too. And that's one of the reasons that I actually went and got certified as a cross country coach. I haven't done any cross country coaching yet, but ever since I've had this newfound love for running, and actually serious love for running this time around, I decided, you know what, I want to be able to pass that on to younger people and hopefully help them get started at a lot earlier stage than I got started. Um, so here I am. I started running 5Ks in November. My first 5K was mid-November, and I had seen my husband run a 5K, and I was astonished when he crossed the finish line. I said, "Did you actually run the whole way?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Wow." And I thought, that's huge. That's such a big deal. Well, about a week later, I signed up for my own first 5K. And I went into that race, very nervous. But I kept in the back of my mind, you know what? If I have to walk for 30 seconds or 60 seconds or whatever, all I want to do is finish. I'm going to start out running. I'm going to run when I can, and I'm just not going to stop. Whatever it takes, I'm going to keep moving forward, whether that's running, whether it's walking, a combination, whatever. And I finished that first 5K in 35 minutes and change, I think. So I have now done, I don't know, eight of them, I think, 7 or 8. Anyway, I posted a video of that on my TikTok, but I've already lost count because, I have other things in my brain. So anyway, now I am working toward my first half marathon. And when I signed up for the half marathon, my thought wasn't, oh my gosh, can I actually do this? My thought was, how much time should I give between my half marathon and signing up for a full marathon? I never once I got to that point of signing up, I never once doubted that I will be able to do this. It's 13 miles. Sometimes I've gone and I've run a 15K and just for running, like a long run. And I realized a half marathon's not going to be a whole lot more than that. And you know what? I'm going to go into it with the same mindset as I did my very first 5K. If I have to walk for 30 seconds or 60 seconds, it's okay. My goal is to finish, and I know I will finish. So I'm just super excited for that, and I'm so proud, and I'm doing it in a really cool place. I'm going to be doing the Space Coast half marathon, so I'm really excited to go, and I've never been to that part of Florida, and my kids live in Florida, and I'm just excited to kind of make this a thing, like a thing for me to celebrate my goals and my achievements and my own perseverance. So I guess, I really just want to hear from you guys all the time. Like, where are you at in your progress? What advice do you have for new runners? Because I'm not the only one, and I'm hoping that this channel will address a lot of issues that new runners are facing. And I'm just so excited to be on this journey for myself and maybe to, I don't know, help some of you along too. Maybe you need motivation to start again, or maybe you need the motivation to keep going, or maybe you just have such a passion for running that you want to help other runners. And I'm so excited to see where this takes me. I love the running community. I love the vibe. Every time, I think that's one of the things that's so addicting about even just going to a 5K is just the vibe, and you see so many different types of people there. And it's just a lot of fun to know that you are experiencing the same thing at the same time as all these other people. They're believing in themselves, and you're just all in it together. So anyway, drop a comment below and let me know what your running journey has looked like. Let me know what questions you might have. And please make sure that you hit like and subscribe. I'd really like to be able to take this channel somewhere, and I can only do that with the help and support of you guys. So let's all be here for each other together, and I cannot wait to talk to you again soon.